Can you all see me? Can you all see me? Kindly leave me a comment so that I know I am audible and I'm visible. I hope all of you are doing really well. So today we have another live session for you guys. Okay, so if you are a person who is finding OET speaking difficult, or if you are someone who has just booked OET speaking but you're a little nervous about it, and if you are one of those who have given multiple attempts in OET speaking but was unable to clear, then this is the right place for you. So stay with us until this video gets over. Okay, so I'm going to tell you some really important mistakes, okay, that the candidates often do, during the exam, due to which they do not get B score or higher than B. They always end up getting C plus and below that. Okay, so stay with us. Okay, I'm going to tell you some of the mistakes that candidates often do. You all can hear me out and see if you all are doing those mistakes and rectify yourself. Okay, and get a better score in speaking OET. So we are going to wait for a few people to tune in, then we are going to begin our live session. So whoever joins can just leave me a hi message so that I know I'm audible. If I see your responses, I know I'm audible. And whoever is joining us for the first time, kindly leave a hi message, or just leave a message that you're joining for the first time. Okay. Yes, so I'm going to wait for a few seconds more before we begin with our class. Yeah, I hope you all are doing well, especially in this weather. The weather has suddenly changed. I know a lot of people are having difficulties because of the network issues and all that. I understand all of those, but I really hope you all are doing well. And with the grace of God, even the corona cases have come down, so everything is going well. So I hope all of you all are doing fine too. Okay, we are going to wait for some more time. Let's see if few people more are going to join with us, because I'm sure you all don't want to miss on this important, tips that I'm going to give you all to rectify your mistakes. If you all one of those who are doing these mistakes, then you have to change your pattern. You have to change your approach, how we all are, dealing with speaking OET. Okay, so we're going to wait for some time more. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry for the delay. Um, so whoever joins in can leave us a comment saying if you all are watching this the replay or the live version. That will also help us. Your response is really motivating to us, to come up with more videos for you guys. So if there is anything that you all are finding difficult in OET, kindly leave us a message or a DM us, or leave us in the comment, that so that we can do the videos according to that. Okay, so let's wait for some time more. So whoever is joining in with us can leave us a comment saying if you all have answered OET and already what score you have got in OET, whether it's a B, whether it's a, whether it's a C plus, whether it's a C. Kindly put in your scores. Nobody is going to judge you here. Okay. Yeah. So more people are tuning in with us. So kindly put a hi message so I know that you are audible. Is everything clear? Can you all see me? Is my voice clear? Am I audible? Hi Divya Joseph. Thank you for joining in with us. So whoever is watching this video, please share this video. If it's possible, share it right now so that others also can join in with us at this moment only. Okay, so that they also can, listen to our live session. They also can gain some knowledge. Yes, kindly share this video now. Okay, comment how it is an interactive session, so you can put in your comments so that we discuss your doubts. Okay, and share our video. Give a thumbs up to our video on to our channel on YouTube. Like our page on Facebook so that you don't miss out on any important updates that we have in our channel. Okay, because we are going to keep coming up with new videos and new live sessions for you guys. So live session is something, okay, we begin with this live session so that we can interact with you all. Okay, even if you all are not a part of our academy, but we can interact with you all. So as you all know me, my name is Sharon. I am one of the tutor working at Wings Academy. Okay, so we are going to discuss on OET speaking today. It will be a speaking class. I know we usually have a reading classes on Tuesday, but today we thought, why don't we try a speaking class? There's a reason behind it also. I will be discussing the reason soon. Okay, so whoever joins in, kindly leave us a message. Kindly leave me a comment so that I know I'm audible. Just leave a hi comment. That's all. I'm not getting any response. I don't think I'm audible. Am I audible? Come on. I have 8 viewers here and I'm not getting any response. Come on. I'm waiting for your responses. Hi. Binu Paul says hi. Thank you for joining here. Jinsi Jinsen, hi. Okay. I think then there is some issue with the network. That's why I'm getting the comments slow. So don't worry if I don't respond on time. It's just that it's raining over here and maybe because of that there's a network issue. Okay. Don't feel bad or something if I don't respond quickly. Okay. Okay, so we shall begin with our OET speaking session. So today we are going to discuss a few of the common errors that candidates often do, okay, often perform, which they struggle to get a score B, and B and above. They always end up getting C plus, C, okay. Even though you have good communication skills, even though you have good linguistic skills, but sometimes students fail to get even a B. So I'm going to discuss some of the common errors that students do. Okay, so wait till the end. Okay, we have a question from Divya Joseph saying, I would like to know how to utilize 3 minutes time. Yes, I'm going to discuss on that. Don't worry, you can wait. I'm going to discuss on that. That is one of the main errors that students do. Okay, you can wait, I'll discuss on that too. Okay, yes, so I'm going to begin my session today. Okay, so first error that students often do is not using your preparation time adequately or sufficiently. Okay, now we have 3 minutes of preparation time. Okay, now in this 3 minutes of preparation time, first of all, what happens in the situation in the examination hall is, okay, you are going to be so much nervous that you are not going to know what to do in the 3 minutes of time. So you will be panicking in the 3 minutes of time. Okay, you will lose half of the time. 2 minutes you will lose thinking about what to do only. Then 1 minute you will try to prepare, which is not possible. So first of all, avoid getting nervous, avoid getting panicked. Okay, they are just the interlocutor in front of you. They are not the assessors in front of you. The person who is going to assess you is will be listening to your recording. Your entire conversation will be taken a recording. Okay, the recording will be assessed. So don't get nervous, don't be panicked during your examination. So first thing is that. Second thing is that when you get your role play card in front of you, okay, first you see what is your setting, whether it is a community health center, whether it is your ward, hospital ward, whether it is emergency setting, okay, whether it is some OPD, whether it is some diagnostic center, what is the setting, okay. After, only after you see the setting, you go to the next part of it. Students, what they often do, they directly jump to the task. They don't know what the setting is, they don't know how to modulate the speaking session, isn't it? Okay, so first y'all are going to see settings. Okay, second thing, after setting, what y'all are going to have a look is the description. Okay, we have a certain description about the role play card, isn't it? The role play, the what you want us, what they want us to do, isn't it? Some description about the patient who is coming to you, whether the patient is an alcoholic patient, whether the patient is some patient of abuse, or something related to the patient's background history will be given. Read the background history, understand the background history, understand the psychology of the patient, reading the background history. Then you go to the task, you read the task, understand the task. Okay, each advice, if it's about explanation, you have to explain. You, if it's about advice, advise the patient. Okay, now what happens is that you don't have time. 3 minutes is quite a less time, to think about all this process, isn't it? So what you have to do is, when you're practicing, practice for 2 minutes. Okay, practice for minimum 2 minutes. Don't practice for 3 minutes. Okay, once you get used to a role play card, okay, once you get used to a role play card, then you'll be very quick in using that preparation time. So practice for 2 minutes, and then those 3 minutes during your examination time will be, so much for you. You will feel, oh my god, this is like a lot of time for me. Okay, so that is one quick tip I wanted to give y'all. So practice for 2 minutes of time, and also all that I have told you. Okay, okay. So is there any doubt on what I have spoken to y'all? Is there any doubt on what I have spoken? If you all have any doubts, kindly leave a comment, so that if you all want me to re-explain it, I can re-explain it. Okay, so I have displayed a poster here. Okay, you all can just go through it. Okay, if you're one of those person who is finding it difficult to, you have given multiple times of OET attempts, especially in speaking, I suppose, finding it difficult. Okay, Wings Academy is again rescheduling, I mean rehosting this workshop that we had conducted a week back. Okay, it is not been rehosted because we want it. Okay, it is genuinely being rehosted because our students have requested it. Okay, we thought, like, students were like, ma'am, it was very informative. Okay, so we want it again. There were students who couldn't join us, so we have rehosted this particular workshop for you guys. So you must be thinking, what is exactly in this workshop? Okay, like, you have so many workshops, so many academics are, academies are conducting workshops. What is new about this workshop? Is anybody going through those questions? Kindly comment in. Okay, if you all are going to give me comments, then only I know I'm audible. Okay, so kindly put in the comments. Okay, okay. So yeah, so this workshop we are going to conduct for you, that is on the 17th. That's 17th, that will be this Thursday. Okay, it will be from 5 p.m. onwards. Okay, now what is there specifically in this workshop? Okay, now what we have in this workshop is not like usually what the other academies have. Okay, we have intensive program for y'all. Okay, those one day that is, y'all are giving to us, we are giving you full full fruit out of it. Okay, we are giving you full fruit out of it, in sense, whatever you are, spending time with us, you will be able to learn, and you will be able to crack speaking very easily. Okay, now you must be like going through different academies, isn't it? Okay, you must be going to different academies, you must be in different academies. So give us this one day and see the difference in your speaking session. So what all we have here? Okay, in our speaking session workshop, we have uh, in-depth understanding of the criterias. Okay, now when you read about this, you will be like, ma'am, we all know about criterias of listening and writing. We don't need to know that again. Yes, you may know the criterias, but do you all know to use it well? Do you all know to use it at the right time? Do you all know to use it for your benefit? Do you all know that? So we are going to help you learn the criterias. It's not to understand, it is not to by heart the criterias and keep. You have to be smart enough to use these criterias for your benefit. That is what we are going to teach you in this speaking workshop we have. Any doubts so far? Can you leave me a comment, please? Please, can you leave me a comment? So anything you are finding difficult in speaking, I'm going to be clearing that doubt as we go through the session. Jismi John says hi. Hi, Jismi John. Thank you for joining in with us. Okay. Okay. So we are going to have an in-depth understanding of the criterias. You all need to know where to use the criterias. How can you use it for your benefit? Okay. Next, we have some warm-up session discussion. Okay. Now it is not like the other how your academy is, or how you all usually have, like just like warm-up session. We are going to teach you how to speak efficiently during the warm-up session. Students, what the candidates, what they usually do is, warm-up session is not assessed, so we are not going to practice warm-up session. That attitude is wrong. Okay, even though you are not going to even though you are not going to be assessed on a warm-up session, you all have to be confident in warm-up session. They should know that you're confident in warm-up session. If you mess up your warm-up session, believe me, you all are going to be so much panicked and anxious during your entire role play. You all are going to mess up the role play also. Okay, so that's why it's very important to have an effective warm-up session. Okay, next, what do we have here? Situation based speaking. Okay, now what are you thinking? What do you understand by situation based speaking? Can you leave me some comments? Yes. Can you leave me some comments? What are situation based speaking? What do you understand by this? Okay, come on. Come on. I'm waiting. Yeah, some people say it is types, maybe. Yes. See, we have different settings, we have different situations in our role play. Okay, it's not only that we, although we are nurses and we'll be having something related to nursing field only, but it does not mean that we are going to be in the hospital only. We are going to, come across patients who are not only in the hospital. They will be in different settings. They will be in community health center. They will be in at home. They might be in the OPDs. They will come to visit you in the diagnostic center. You can never predict, so you need to know to modulate your conversation according to your setting. Now, students and candidates, they fail in that part. They have the same type of speaking session in home visit. They have the same type of speaking session in uh, sorry about that, same type of speaking session in home visit, same type of speaking session in as a community health center. In all the settings they speak the same way. That is wrong. That is going to deduct your marks. Okay, that is very important. Students, candidates need to understand that. That is one of the biggest drawback that you all have. Okay, because what happens is, it's not nobody does that on purpose, but what happens is that in that nervousness, in that panic mode, what you'll do is you'll end up doing the same way like you'll do it usually in the ward. Okay, so we are going to teach you how to speak in different type of settings. Okay, next. Okay, now we are going to go to some of our errors back. Okay, I know I'm not going to bore you by discussing only about this particular workshop. I'm going to also speak about the errors. Okay, so next error. Okay, one of the great error is that students or candidates, they give the full ownership of their role play to their interlocutor. I hope you all have understood what I'm trying to say here. Ownership of the role play meaning, okay, you are the health carrier and they are the patient or maybe patient's bystander, but you are supposed to be leading the role play. They are not supposed to be leading the role play. What you'll do is, okay, what the candidates usually they do is, okay, they give the full responsibility of the role play to the interlocutor. They give the everything that they are just going to be they are just going to respond to the interlocutor whatever they ask, yes, no. That is not right. Okay, we as healthcare staffs, we have to lead the conversation, we have to lead the role play, we have to get the information from the patient. Okay, what students usually do is, if you have, even though you have a role play card, they also have a role play card, they also have a task interlocutors I'm talking about. Okay, now what happens in some of the tasks, it's been written something about the medications. Okay, now what you are not going to start the conversation about the medications, but what you're going to do, you're going to expect the interlocutor to start. Like for example, you expect like you ask like this, so is there any more concerns that you want me to address? So when students or candidates say like that, then what happens is the interlocutor will ask you, yes, I have a doubt about medications. Even though your task is also to explain about medications, their task is also to know about medications. But you could have changed the role play, you could have asked something else, but you are giving the permission to them to lead the role play, which is not right. Okay, so try to lead the role play on your own. Okay, it does not mean that you're not going to let the patient talk. You have to let your patient talk, but that does not mean you're going to give your power to the interlocutor also. It should be in a balanced form. Okay, you should lead the conversation, you should lead the role play, but also the patient should have enough of efforts in it, the patient should have enough of speaking part in it. So is there any doubt on that? So does anybody give their entire role play to the interlocutor or to the tutors when you all are practicing? Kindly leave me comments, please. Can you all leave me comments? Am I audible? Is it a dry session? Are you all bored? Yes, I expect comments, please. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Smita Babu. Okay. So you all are saying that you all don't do that. Very good if you all don't do that. Okay. Should avoid doing that also. Especially when one thing I notice in candidates is that, okay, the moment the tutor or the interlocutor say, so now you can begin with your role play, then the student tends to take like a break of like 5-10 seconds. They just give a break after the interlocutor asks you to start. Okay, what does that indicate? What does that indicate? That indicates that you're not confident, that indicates that you want the next person to take the lead. In case if the next person takes the lead, you're going to lose marks. Okay, so always moment they say you can start the role play now, begin with your role play. Do not give a chance for the interlocutor to begin the role play. It is your responsibility to begin your role play. Okay, so begin your role play as soon as they say your time starts. So that was a quick tip for you all. Okay, thank you for giving me those responses. Okay, yes. So coming back to our workshop. Okay, so we have a few other sessions that we have scheduled for y'all is phrases to enhance your OET speaking. Okay, now when you ask me why do we need to know all these phrases, we already know these phrases, we know what to speak when. Okay, that's right, you may know the you may know what to speak, you may have the base of English, that's right, but do you know to speak the same meaning in different ways? Like for example, okay, Or for instance, if I say a student needs to ask, are you able to so sorry, do you understand me? Do you understand me? Okay. Now if a student or candidate repeats it multiple time, okay, do you think it's going to be effective in the role play? It's going to give a bad impression to our locator or our assessor, saying that, you know, this candidate only knows to ask only knows to ask this way if you have any doubts. There are so many other phrases you could use, like for example, are you able to follow me, Mr. Mario? Then is there anything you want to me to clear? Is there anything more you want me to clear your doubt from? Then is there any doubt on what we have spoken so far? See, there are so many phrases you can use, just not one phrase. And another instance, for another instance, if we take, if you are giving an advice to your you're giving an advice to your patient. For example, it is about diet or something about medications. Okay. And patient is reluctant, patient is not ready to accept your patient is not ready to accept your sorry yeah patient is not ready to accept your advice at all. Okay. You usually what students say is okay. They just say okay and they move on. Now you are not going to are you not going to try to convince your patient to follow your advice? See, you should convince your patient to follow your advice. You can't force your patient to follow your advice. There's a difference between both of this. What students usually do is, you should follow my advice. That's wrong. That's wrong. You should convince your patient. So how can you convince your patient in such a situation? Any responses on that, please? Can you all put in a comment? Any phrases that you all think will be appropriate in such a situation? Patient is reluctant. Patient is not ready to listen to your advice. Okay. And you want to convince your patient. That is a situation. Kindly put in some comments so that I know. Come on, this is an interactive session. Come on. So if you all don't use this session appropriately, no, it will be of no use. Okay. So we want you all to use it, you know, to the full, so that you all understand, and you'll understand what we are trying to tell you. Okay. So that we can solve your problems also here. Okay. And Sylvie Rajan says it is better if you're doing this way. Okay. Can we see some more responses on that? Come on. Come on, a few more responses. Then I will disclose the phrase that you can use for such a situation. Sorry. Okay. Am I not getting the comments, or are you all not commenting? Okay. So in such a situation, what you all can do is, instead of saying it is better if you're doing this way. Okay, we have some more comments. Could you need more clarity on this? Okay, I suggest that. Okay, very good. I suggest that you can use I strongly suggest. I strongly suggest you to do your exercises. I strongly recommend you to do your exercises. That's more appropriate, isn't it? So coming back to that comment what Ansel V. Rajan said, okay, it is better if you're doing this way. Okay, it is better if you're doing this way. It's kind of an like a command. It's kind of sounding like a command. So how can you rephrase it? Can you rephrase it like this? Mr. John, it is more advisable for you to perform your exercises daily. Advisable for you. Okay, so you can put it up like that. Yeah. So when you're giving us, when you're coming across such a situation wherein wherein you have a reluctant patient, what you can do is, if patient is saying, I'm not going to I'm not going to listen to your advice, I'm not going to follow your advice. So what you can do, patient is giving a decision here. Patient is making his decisions clear in front of you. So what you can do is, first thing, accept his decision. Okay, accept his decision. Know that you're willing to accept his decision. Let him know that you're willing to accept his decision. Then you give your advice. Okay, like how you can give? You can say, I respect your decision, Mr. John, but I strongly recommend you to start advising for your optimal health. Okay, I'm going to repeat it once again. I respect your decision, Mr. John, but for your optimal recovery or for your optimal health, uh, it's necessary, or I recommend you to perform the exercises daily, or or take a balanced diet daily. Okay, first what you have to do is, you have to understand that you are understanding the patient's decision here. Yeah, you are accepting the patient's decision here. Then you go forward with your decision. So that is one of a quick tip over here. Okay. Yes. So we are going to discuss some of the phrases. Okay. Some of the phrases we have. Okay. Not only that, we are going to discuss many phrases in our workshop session. Okay. And you must be thinking, okay, it is just about phrases, you're going to write down the phrases. No, it's not that. Okay, we are going to help you also in using your intonations and stress properly. Now for example, you are talking to a patient. There next to you is a patient. It's not a doll, it's not a dummy. Patient also has feelings, and you also are a human. You are also supposed to talk in a way that is acceptable to him. Like for example, what students do, okay, if you want to say this, that I respect your decision, Mr. John. Okay, what students say is, I respect your decision, Mr. John, um, but it is advisable for you to perform the exercises daily. See how I spoke now? It had no life in it. Okay, the person who is listening also, listening to my conversation also, will be bored. Okay, think of it in that way. Okay, think of it in a assessor's point of view, the OET assessor's point of view. Think of it like this, that assessor will be listening to hundreds of OET speaking per day. And if you are also going to speak like the other people, like dead, how are you going to stand up? How are you going to stand out of the box? Are you all understanding what I'm trying to say? So it is very important to put correct stress and right intonation, right emotion, right tone to your sentence, right tone to your phrases that you speak. Okay, like for example, yes, same sentence I'm going to put it up in a nice way. Okay, I respect your decision, Mr. John, but for your optimal recovery, this exercising daily is advisable, or I strongly recommend you to exercise daily. See, there is a vast difference between both of this. So we are going to teach you how to use the correct intonations, correct stress to the words. Okay, it is not going to be a monotonous conversation. Okay, it's not going to, you don't want it to be dead. Okay, so uh, yeah, we are going to discuss about the phrases also. Last we have is a perfectly created exam guide for you people. Okay, now many academies have speaking session, I agree to that. Okay, but we are providing you with a perfectly created exam guide for you guys. Okay, we are going to teach you how to practice for your exams, how to practice your speaking OET session. Okay, how to train yourself for the speaking OET session. Okay, then how to train yourself for the speaking OET session, how to actually be on your examination day. So these three things we are going to talk about in examination guide. So you must be thinking we are doing a big marketing here. to to put up this workshop and all. No, we are not. No, we are not. We are just trying to help you. So this is my personal advice and my personal, I should say, personal testimony. Okay, when I started my OET journey, it took me 3 months, 2 to 3 months, okay, to learn OET, to improve my OET session on all the modules. Okay, it took me 3 months. So and I cleared OET with a score of B in all modules. Okay, but now you must be thinking, ma'am, it's basically maybe because you have good linguistic skills. No, it was not because of that. Okay, I had to learn all of this. The all of this that we have included in our workshop, I had to learn in 2 to 3 months, and here we are doing all it in one day. Okay, so you all are going to have all of it in your hand in one day. Okay, you're not going to waste your 2 to 3 months learning all of this. Okay, so in my personal opinion, I'm telling you, all this is actually what you require to clear your OET speaking. Okay, and like all of this and a little bit of your efforts, that's all that's required. Okay, so I'm hoping that you all are going to be there on Thursday. Our contact numbers are given below. Okay, you all can kindly contact us. Okay, so that was about the workshop. I hope I may have not bored you all. So we're coming back to our common OET speaking errors. Okay, so if you all have any doubts, you all can put in your comments so that I can discuss upon that. Okay, next one. So what all have we discussed so far? The first one is not using your preparation time. Second one, giving the lead to your interlocutor. Okay, if anybody has joined now, you all can leave in a comment saying join now, or this is the first time you all have joined. Okay, and after this live session ends, kindly go back and watch our videos. Okay, and watch today's video on what you all have missed. Okay, now third point here we have is not listening to your patients. Not listening to your patients. Candidates, they are so much nervous on their examination day that they forget that there is a person sitting opposite to you. They forget that they are supposed to have a conversation here. What they do is, I can understand that you'll want to finish the task. I can understand that you all are like continuously tense if you all can finish the task or not. But you'll have to finish your task. Yes, that's important, but more than that, what's important is concerning your patient, concerning the addresses of your patient. You all have to realize that there is a patient in front of you. You have to talk. It has to be a conversation. Okay, when patient is telling to you something, patient is like, I have so and so problem, I have so and so problem. Don't tell to the patient like, I have to finish my task. Okay, wait for some time, I have to finish for my task. No, address that problem that time itself. Okay, if patient is asking for more explanation on that, and patient is like not ready to listen to you, what you can do is, okay, Mr. John, so far we have discussed on your diet. I will be giving you a brochure where all the details will be available, and then you move on to your next task. Okay, first you address the patient's concern, you listen to what patient has to say, then you finish your task. Also your task has to be finished, I understand that, but don't forget to listen to your patient. Don't forget to address your patient's concern. There is a human sitting next to you. There is a patient. You are the healthcare staff. There is a patient opposite to you. So try to be in a conversation mode, then to be talking about, it's just not about your task but also about your patient. Okay, next we have the fourth error that patient students often do is not building a proper rapport. Okay, not building a proper rapport. What do you mean by that? Any comments on that, please? Any comments on that? What do you understand by the word rapport? Yes, I'm expecting some comments. Yes, Bina Saju says relationship building. Very good. Anything more? Anybody has to give their response on that? Kindly drop in your response, because only then I'll know if we are on the same page. Okay, if you all are understanding what I'm trying to say here. Okay, just put in your comments. Let it be. You all just have to put the comments so that I know I'm going to get a response here. So that I know you all are with me. Very good. Alia Lia says bound. Very nice. Any other comments? So wherever you all are watching, whether let it be YouTube or let it be Facebook, put in your comments. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm going to get the comments so I can respond to you. Yes, very good. Anita Basnat says interpersonal relationship. Good. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your names. Please do not mind. Okay. So rapport is nothing but the bond between you and the patient. Maintaining a good rapport with the patient, meaning maintaining a good relationship with the patient. So the initial step after you start your role play is building a strong relationship with the patient. Okay, you have to understand what the patient is, how what is the psychology behind that patient, what is the psychological status of that patient. Very good. Okay, so you have to understand what is, whether the patient is happy, whether the patient is confused, whether the patient is sad, whether the patient is, you know what I mean, right? You have to understand the psychological status behind that patient. Okay, and build the rapport accordingly, build the relationship and accordingly. Okay, now you have to be empathetic towards the patient. Empathy, compassion, being polite, these three are the main important things that you have to have in your role plays. Okay, be as much as polite as you can. Nobody wants to talk to a nurse who is arrogant. Understand that. Okay, you have to be compassionate towards your patient. Now for example, if you are going to the hospital, if you are a patient death, the last thing that you want to be, going through is with one harsh nurse or some rude nurse. So you don't expect that for you, so your patients also don't expect that from you. So you have to show compassion towards the patient, you have to show politeness towards the patient, and you have to show empathy towards the patient. Put yourself in that person's shoe and think. If you're not able to understand the situation, think. If the patient, for example, if the patient is like unable to leave, is an alcohol addict and is unable to quit alcohol. Okay, now think, put yourself in that position and think, if I was in his place, what would I go through? If I was in his place, how would I try to quit smoke, how would I try to quit alcohol intake? Think of it like that. Then you speak to the patient. Only when you put yourself in his place and think, then only you'll be able to give an effective sorry then only you'll be able to give an effective conversation. Okay, so be empathetic, be compassionate, be polite. Okay, this main three things help you to build up your relationship with the patient. Good interpersonal relationship, good relationship in your conversation means expect good marks in your for your role play. Okay, that is one another tip I would like to give there. So far everybody is clear. Yes, I got some more comments also from Eldo Paulos. Understanding person's problem, very good. Divya Joseph says understanding the patient's emotions, very good. So when I'm seeing your response, I know you all are understanding me. You all are able to grasp what I'm trying to say here, so that gives me a good feeling here. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I hope all of you are clear. Shall we move on to the last common error that we have for today? Okay, for today, we are going to come up with some more sessions like this. So, for the last common error, are you all excited? Are you all excited about the fact that this class is getting over, or excited about the last common error that I'm going to discuss here? Okay, jokes apart. Okay, the last one is, okay, last one is Students, when they candidates, when they fail to question the patient properly, they fail to question the patient properly. Now, what do I mean by this? Any response on that? Anything I'll want to say about that? Yes. Anything on that, please? What when why do I say fail to question the patients well? Why is that a common error? So I'm going to wait for the response. Okay, come on. Doesn't matter if it's wrong answer. Nobody is going to judge you. Okay, you can put in your comments. This is going to be a free, like a open ground for y'all, so that y'all discuss your doubts with us and we clarify your doubts for y'all. Okay, we have a few comments. Aldo Paulo says doubts of patient. Okay. Rajesh Pillai says asking the patient's concern. Okay. Veena Saju says don't understand the role play. Okay. Okay. So when I say that students fail to question the patients well, I mean they are not specific about their questions. Now, when you're not specific about your questions, when you're very generic about your questions, don't expect the patient to give you a specific answer. Like for example, students sometimes they ask, so Mr. John, tell me something about your pain. So Mr. John, tell me something about your health. So Mr. John, tell me something about your fever. Tell me something about your exercise pattern. When you're using this about, the first of all, you're not specific about your question. Second of all, your patient is not knowing what to answer that question with. Okay. Third of all, you are going to stretch your conversation unnecessarily. Patient is going to give you unnecessary information that is going to stretch your conversation. You're not going to finish all your task in 5 minutes. So be specific about your question. Like for example, like for example, um, if I want to give you an example, I could say like this about your pain. Okay. Instead of that, how could we ask? So, Mr. John, would you like to rate your pain score on a pain scale? If 0 is no pain and 9 is the most pain. So now, when you ask such a question towards the patient, okay, you know the patient knows that he is supposed to answer answer your question with the pain score. The patient has to answer saying it's 3 or it's 5 or it's 8. Patient is not going to answer any unnecessary question, unnecessary answers. Then he's not going to give you irrelevant answers. Yes. Okay. One more example. Instead of saying what about your fever, you can just ask. You can just ask like this. So how long has this? How long are you having symptoms of this fever? Okay. Now here in such a question, you are going to ask. You're going to be specific about what your question is. You want to know about the fever, how long, like the duration of the fever. So patient is going to answer you, sister, it's been like 5 days I have this fever. So see, here you're going to get specific answers. So direct your questions specifically to get the answers that you want. If you don't want patient speaking unnecessary thing, don't ask unnecessary questions to the patient. Ask specific, not generalized questions. Okay, so you will get answers accordingly. So those were our 5 tips. Okay. So is there any doubts that you want me to clear? Okay, we have a few comments here. Sometimes we are in a hurry to finish our task, so we forget to ask question to patient. Alia Leah. Okay, actually that's also true. Some questions that we want, that is one of the most important questions that will, identify our problem, identify the patient's concerns. We fail to ask them in a hurry, due to which our task is left behind. That is also a good point. Then Divya Joseph says they do not know how to make questions. Okay. Elder Paulo says specific questions, clear, madam. Okay. I hope my explanation was clear. So, do you all want more sessions on this? More common errors of OET speaking? Do you all want more sessions on this? Should we conduct? So, apart from that, how many of you all are going to join us for the workshop? Okay. So, I'm expecting a lot of you all to join, because genuinely speaking, it is all that you need to clear a speaking session. Okay. This and a little bit of effort. That's all that you require. Okay. We have a few questions here. Oh, yeah, okay. You want the class on different introduction in different areas, says Binu Saju. Okay, we can do that. We can definitely come up with a session on that. So if you all want any session related to OET, you all can put in the comments, no problem. Okay. How many questions should be asked generally, as sometimes we end up asking many questions? Anita Basnet says that. Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, that's a very good doubt. Okay, now it depends upon situation to situation. It depends upon your patient's condition to condition. Okay, ask direct questions, ask those specific questions where you're going to get answers. Okay, don't ask unnecessary questions and waste your time. Okay, if it is about pain, what all you need to know about pain? The location of the pain, then intensity of the pain, duration of the pain, the type of pain, whether it is sharp, pricking, dull. Okay, so these are the questions you need to know about the pain, or if he is taking any medications for pain at the most. If it's about any fever, you can ask the duration of the fever, if the patient has checked any temperature at home, anything related to that, if he has taken any medication, what he thinks might be the reason for the fever. Okay, so ask minimum questions, but you need to get all the answers. You need not need to ask unnecessary questions to the patient and waste your time, as well as you won't be able to finish your task in time. Okay, so I hope this session was informative for you guys. Do you all want any doubts that needs to be addressed? Any doubts on speaking? Please put in your comments. We have some time more. I could discuss that. So I really hope I'm going to meet you all for the workshop. I'll be there, and a few other trained faculties will be there. Now we have trained OET faculties at Wings Academy who will be dealing with this workshop. So I really hope you all to be there. Okay, now if you all think the price is very affordable, now if you all think you'll be like 299 is quite a lot. No, it's not, trust me, it's not. Okay, we are giving you a complete speaking package just for 299. Okay, so I really hope that you all are going to be there. If anybody wants to register, okay, our contact details are given along with the in the description of this video. Kindly call in. Okay, kindly call in and let us know and book your slot, because we are going to keep only limited people. We are going to keep only limited students. So kindly book in your slots. Okay, we are already almost like going to finish with our like we almost have a lot of students now, so kindly call up and book in your slots. Okay, any more doubts, anything you all want me to address, anything you all want me to clear? Kindly put in your doubts. Kindly put in your doubts. Yeah, I guess you can see the phone number, you all can give us a call. if you all are the ones looking for OET training and this is for the first time, so you all can share this video. Please share this video, okay, with your friends, your colleagues, whoever is even attempting, who is going to attempt OET exam in the coming months or in the coming weeks, anything. This will be really helpful for them, okay. They can go through these errors and also attend our workshop that is going to be held, okay. Okay, Bina Saju is not clear about registering. Okay, you can give us a you can leave in as a message, okay. You can leave us a direct message on Facebook. We will contact you if that's okay for you. Okay, otherwise we have left a number in our description. You can call us up on that also. Yes, can we join from Nepal? Yes, definitely you all can join from Nepal. Anita Basnet says, no problem. It will be online course. So it will be totally online. If you have a good network service, well and good, kindly give us a call. Okay. We will provide all the details that you all require. So we are hoping to have you on Thursday. I'm really hoping you all to be there. Okay. Kindly share this video. Give us a like button so that you don't miss out on any updates. Okay. This is going to make a difference in your speaking. I bet you on that. This is going to make a difference because this actually help a lot of our students. That's why we are reconducting it. Okay. Okay. So I hope this session was really informative for you guys. I hope I am clear with my explanations. Is there any doubt? Okay. Okay, thank you for joining in with me. Have a good day, and we'll be having few more sessions. So kindly like our page. Kindly like our page to don't miss out on any to do not to missing out on any of our updates. Okay. Okay. We'll be okay. You're asking about the timings. Then we have on Thursday, it will be from 5 p.m. onwards. You can know the details of it by giving us a call. Okay. So come and enjoy the workshop, actually, I should say. Okay. Thursday at 5 p.m. Okay. I'm going to see you all there. Please be there. Okay, share this video as much as possible. Show us some love. Your love will be such a motivating thing for us to make up more videos. Okay, so share this video, give us a like button, share our page, subscribe on our YouTube channel. You don't want to miss on any videos that we are doing. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Thank you for joining in with me. Thank you.